So the topic is like defining your methods. Methods are nothing but we also call them as your subroutines. Subroutines are like we are going to divide the our task. For example, if there is a major task, we are going to divide them into multiple tasks. For example, if there is a student, I want to calculate the attendance, I will write a separate method. I want to calculate the grade, I will write a separate method. Okay, for example, I want to calculate something like any other activities, like for example his performance or something, then we'll calculate it as a another particular method. So these are the subroutines that are created here. Okay. So next one is these methods can communicate with one method to another method. For example, if you want to get the grade, degree should be awarded. I mean, you want to write the exam, then you should have the attendance. This method can communicate with this one. So this method can communicate this one. So in this way, they can send the and receive that particular data here. So let us go and see if you take methods now, we have two types of methods. That is, first one is if you take, we have a predefined method and also we do have a user defined method. What do you mean by predefined method? Predefined methods are available when you download the software. When you download the Java JDK, in this JDK itself, we are getting so many predefined functions. Some of example are like print line is a function, predefined function. Next int, it is a predefined function. All these are the predefined functions. So many predefined functions are available. I mean, if your functionality is not sustained, I mean, it is not available here, then you also can create your own like a functionality. For example, I'm creating a student class. There, I want to calculate his attendance. Okay, this attendance function is not available in this JDK, right? So then what I have to do, I have to create my particular application user-defined function here. Similarly, I'm writing a software for employee. So I want to calculate his number of pay days. Okay, I want to calculate his number of pay days. Okay, then what I will do, I will create a user defined function for this because I don't have any predefined function. Okay, so that is what the here. Let us go and see how to create your predefined functions here. I mean, user defined functions here. So if you want to create any user defined function, what we have to do is you need to follow the syntax. What is the syntax here? The syntax here is this modifier should be specified, return type should be specified, name of the method should be specified, and parameter is specified. This is known as your input. This is known as your output. This modifier is generally we have different types of access modifiers. Access modifiers means I will tell you simply who can access this particular method that you are creating. For example, if I am going to create a method attendance, okay, who can use this particular method? Let us assume in my application there are like admin is there and a teacher is there and also a student is there. Now who need to access? If everyone need to be accessed, then I will make it as a public method. Okay, for example, if should be accessed only by a specific group, then only teacher and student, then I will make it as a private. If it should be used only by the student, then I will make it as a protected. Okay, so for example, if the thing it should be used by only in one particular package, if all the classes should use it, then I will make it as a package. So, so public, private, and protected properties can be created here. So that is what known as a modifier. Whether you are creating a method for everyone, whether you are creating a method for a set of group of people, or whether you are creating a method only to a specific particular person. Okay, in this case, specific user only. Okay, that is what known as a modifier here. Hope you understand. Okay, next one is like a return type. Return type is, as I told you already, the function is, let us assume that there is a function A and there is a function B. Okay, so I have every function has a input value and also it has a output value. So this also has a input value and this also has a output value. Okay, so now for example, A want to know the addition of or attendance of a particular student because he want to make a payment of a fees. Okay, fees payment he want to make. He want to make payment of a fees only those who have attendance greater than 80%. Let us assume that I have given a number 22 BCE 1234. Some number I have given. Okay, I want to make a payment for this one. It will read that one and it want to know what is the attendance generated by this particular student. This is my input. It will process it and it will want to know the attendance. But unfortunately, there is no attendance calculation available here. So it will send the data to this particular method. So 22 BCE 1234. What is the attendance for this one? So now this will calculate that particular attendance and then output will be given back again to this particular this one, right? So it will be given to this one. So now it will take that one and again it will start processing. If the attendance is 85%, then it will make the payment. It will go for the payment page. Otherwise, what happens if the attendance is less than 80%, like 70 something is there, then it will ask that deny to the payment for payment of this one, right? So in this way, the communication will be performed from the two particular things. That is what this is the input. Whatever the roll number that you are providing, that is the input to this method. It will process taking this roll number. It will process the information. After processing the information, it is going to send this 75% or 80% as a return type to this particular calling function. So in this case, this is known as a calling method, and this is known as a called method. Okay. So called method always gives the return type to the calling method. Calling method always sends the data to a called method. Right? Hope you understand the scenario. So we may have generally we have only one particular output here. Only one output will be there. But whereas parameters they can be multiple. This you have to note. Okay, single input output will be there, but two things will be there. For example, I'm having number. I have a method. Okay, public method which return the integer value. The name of the method is add and it has two variables 2 comma 3. So how many inputs are there? 2 comma 3. There may be two variables. Okay, I may also have 2 3 4. I may also have 2 3 5. Like this you may have like these particular parameters can be there. It may be 0 1 or 2, whatever it may be. Okay, so multiple thing is you have multiple inputs here. But if you give these three numbers and if you want to add, then what happens? 2 plus 3 plus 4. So what is that one? That is equal to 7 plus 2 9. So how many values are written here? Only one value, right? Only one value is written. So that is what the thing. So next one is like method body. In method body, you can write any number of statements. More than one statement, you can write it here. Depends upon your functionality. So now, how many types of methods are there? Like generally, if you take a method, like I will draw the same diagram. Left is assume this is my method. So there are some methods with input value. Those have input value. Okay. There are some methods with output value. There are some methods without input value, without output value. There are some methods with input without input value, with output value, and similarly some are there with the input value, but there is no output here. Understand? So in this way, the methods will be there. So first one is method with return type without parameters, means there is no input value we are going to give. No parameters are given. Okay, and also no output will be there. I will just draw it here. Okay, no input, no output. First type is no input, no input. Just we will write a method. For example, I will write a method like void print. Okay, no input. This void means there is nothing it will return. So print. So no parameters are there here. Then even I can write system dot out dot print line. This is I will do an example and I will show you void method. Okay. So this way one can be there. Second method is method with a return type. There will be a return type, means output will be there, but there are no with the particular parameter values. This is the parameter value. Okay. So next one is like a method with a return type and without parameters. So with the return type, that is output will be there, and without parameter value, that is no input will be there. Next one is method with your return type and with parameters. Method with a particular return type and also with particular parameters. One is missing what? Like second one without a return type and with parameters. Like input will be there and no output will be there. Right, this one. So this is concerned. Both are no, both are S. It is one case it is S and this is false. This is false and this is true here. So in this way it will be there. I will show you some methods. So now whenever you want to access this method, no, whenever you want to access this method, no, you should be accessing only with the help of a object. You have to have a class. In this class, you should have this method, and by creating a object, you can access this particular method here. So that is the thing here. Without this object instance, we cannot access this particular methods here. That is the problem with this one. So now, if I want to access a particular method, I don't want to create an instance here. In that case, what we can do, we can go for a static method. Okay, we can give a static method. Static method, they don't need to have any particular object specification should be created. No specific object will be created. So directly whenever the program is executed, this type of static methods will be executed. Okay, we do also have non-static methods. All these are known as well non-static methods. So these are the different types of method types that are available. So now here you can see the basic examples for this. So no return value and no argument value means there is no input, no output is there. So public static void, void means empty, nil. Okay, this is the name of the method. Find factorial. Scanner, SIN is equal to new scanner. I'm going to read some data here. Inside itself, I'm reading the data. It is not provided here. Correct. So here we are going to read a particular value here. 5 value we are going to read here. And then we have f is equal to 1. Right. So it will be rotating through this particular iterations, right? I equal to initially it will be 1 and then it will be going to verify the condition. What is the condition here? 5 is the condition. 1 less than or equal to 5. This condition is true. So it will come inside this particular iteration. So f is equal to f into I. What is the f value here? Initially f value is equal to 1 here. So f is equal to 1 into what is I value? I value is 1. So 1 into 1 that is equal to 1 will be there. So now in memory f value is how much? 1. So right, next one is it will print the system.out.println f value. So 1 will be printed here. After this, it will be coming repeating the loop here. Now loop I value will be incremented by 1. So what is the I value in memory? That is equal to 2 here. So with this 2 value, it will come here 2 less than 5. Okay, condition is true here. It will come inside f is equal to f into I. What is the f value already in memory? 1 is a value in this memory. And next one is what is the I value in the memory? 2 is the value here. So 1 into 2 that is equal to 2 it will take. Right. Now it will try this particular value is equal to 2 will be printed here and f will be changed as 2 particular value. Okay. Next one is like we are going to take this value here. So now I value will be incremented by 1. Already it is 2 here. So with that particular value, it will come inside again here. Okay. Now I value is incremented by 1. So already it is 2. It will become 3 here. So 3 less than 5 condition is true. It will come inside. So now again it will calculate the f value. What is the f value? F is equal to what is already in f into I. F into I means already f value is 2 here. So it will take 2 value. 2 into what is the I value? I value in memory is 3, 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 that is, 2 into 3 that is equal to 6 here. So f value will become 6 here and it will come and print the f value as particular 6 here. Okay, so in this way it is going to continue the loop and in this case you can observe that it is not going to return anything here, right? Because it is a void, it doesn't return anything to any particular function. No one call this one and it is not taking any input value here and also it is not going to take any, it is not going to generate any output value here. Right, clear? So that is the first case. So next one is, for example, in this case you can take that is equal to type 2 you can take there where we are going to take some input value. You can see here there is no input. Here we have a input value that int n value, right? So that is equal to void find fact here. Same method we are going to take, but I'm going to give the n value. Here we have read that n value, but here I'm going to give the 5 value. So f is equal to initially 1. again 5 value until 5 iterations it will do here and calculate the this particular value, and it will print this particular value. You understand what it is doing here is it is taking input, but it is not returning anything. Okay, so here I can call this one, I can read this number and I can call this one here. So it will return 5. This 5 will be copied to here. If I return 4 here, then it will be coming here to the 4. Okay, similarly, if I make it 3 here, then it will be going to give the 3 value here. Okay, so that is what it is going to do. Now coming to here, the third type of approach where we are going to not going to take any input value, rather we are going to give the output value. So here what we will do, we will read that n value by ourselves. We'll create a scanner variable and we'll take this particular value here. So next what we will do here is f equal to 1. So we will just perform these values, that is equal to 6 and all this we'll do. And now finally we will get some result like 36 if we get. So now we are going to give that particular value here. To whom you are going to give? So we are having a calling method. I told you that two methods will be there, calling method and a called method. This is a called method. So it have been called by someone. So we call it as a call method, and it is known as a calling method, caller. This is a caller who have called this particular method. So this is my method caller, right? I shown you with the two different boxes. So this is one box and this is one box. This is calling this particular method. So this is known as a caller here, and this is called by this one. So this is known as a called. Okay, so that is the thing. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass a value like I need a answer. I need to print this particular answer. I don't know answer. What I'm going to do, I'm calling this method. What this method will do, it will read the data and it will process the data and it will return me that particular answer. So that is what done here. I'm going to read this answer and I'm printing the answer. Okay, but I'm not going to give any input to this particular method. I'm not going to give any input to this one. It will read the input by itself. It will process the information by itself, and then it will generate us some particular output. So that is the third type of method that is available. And the last type of the method is like with the return, both the things with return value and with the argument values we are going to take. Okay. So in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to take a input value here, and also we are going to return a particular value here. Okay, so we'll come from the calling method. This is a calling method. So that is equal to, so we're going to call this method that is a find fact of a particular number. For example, if I'm going to give 5 here, so what happens, this 5 value will be sent to here. So now we are going to come here and we are going to calculate this particular factorial value, and then it will return a value, and when it return the value, this value is stored in the answer here. So it is stored in this particular answer. So for example, if it is 50 something, so then it will be coming and it will be stored here. I'm going to print this one. So you can see here two-way communication is done. From this method, I'm sending the data to here, and from here, I'm going to read the data back again to here. So two-way communication is done here. So if you imagine like two boxes, I'm sending the input number 5, I'm going to get the output value as 50. Two-way communication is done in this particular method. So that is what the different types of methods that are useful in your Java programming language with the different. So let us see. Consider the following. Explain the syntax of the method. So what is this one? This is your access modifier. As I told you that it is public, private, protected, and packaged, whatever it may be. So it is a public means everyone can use this one. Static means no particular object need to be created. Okay, for this one. Okay, you can access this directly without no need any object to access this one. Next one is integer means it will return an integer value here. Next one is find fact is the name of the method. And next one is int n. Int n means like it is giving a input value to this particular function. It will calculate all the data here and it will return. It is the output of the function. Understand, this is a full function where you have access modifiers, static is used. It is a static function, right? Next one is it is a data type, return type data type is of integer type, and whatever the name of this one, and then we have a input list to this one. Okay, so this is the example shows the above includes like whatever I told you, public modifier and remaining other. So in this, what we are going to do is we are going to have a main method. Like this is our main method. In this main method, I'm going to call the this particular method, find fact method. This is the method I'm going to call. When I call this method, what happens? A call will be created to this particular method. So with here, I'm going to give some value like 3. So the 3 value will be filled here, and it will come here. It will print the value 1 into 1, 1 into, okay, that is equal to 2, okay, 2 into, like next one is 3, like this it will print, and some 6 value will be there, and the same 6 value. So now I will take this return value and I will print it, and I will quit this particular program. So this is how this execution will be done here. Thanks for watching this video. Please do like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.